With me now is Gina Schoeman from Citi. And Gina, we are doing budget in a nutshell, unlike any other format that it's ever been done. I'm sure nobody has asked you to give a budget highlights in just 2 minutes.
Well, the first thing that stood out for me was that I think Treasury has taken a step in the right direction in trying to recover some of its fiscal credibility. In other words, did the budget stick to the same plan as what we saw last year, October? Broadly speaking, yes, it did. And that is, of course, a good thing. Second, I would say something that stood out for me is seeing that there is consistency in the messaging around expenditure. Spend on the right things that help you gain more economic growth in the future, but don't continue to spend on the things that have what we like to call in economics a low multiplier effect. And again, that plan is consistent. We also saw, and this was very important on revenue, that government does see the pain that has been inflicted from COVID-19 on the economy. And if it doesn't need to do 40 billion in tax measures, well then why would it need to? So they've scrapped that as a result. And what we're also seeing on the tax side are some also supporting growth features, such as reducing that company income tax rate, which of course does everything to help investment when of course reforms might not actually be going the way we want them to.
Gina, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, what do you score Finance Minister Tito Mboweni?
I don't want to be too harsh here. So relative to where we were last year, and I'm not talking about February last year, I'm talking about June and October, I'll give them a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Where I think there are things lacking is that I'm not convinced that this economy is going to be able to grow as strongly as Treasury thinks it will in the very outer years, which means that stabilizing debt is not going to be that easy to do. But of course, that's a wait and see approach that we all have to take.